Recruiters Reviews is always looking for recruiters who want to make a positive change and difference within the industry. Meet Chris Morrow. Chris is Managing Director of JivAnt, Technology, Creative and Marketing Recruitment, UK and Australia. We spotted his video this morning on LinkedIn and contacted Chris as we really wanted to share his views on our social network. Watch this video where Chris is talking about treating your candidates more like actual human beings and less like a commodity.
Yes, LinkedIn. I just came off the phone to a candidate, a really lovely guy who spent some time interviewing for a position, going through a video interview with myself, and then we submitted him forward. Unfortunately, he never got progressed through to the next stage, but we managed to get some good feedback from the client, and we passed that on to the candidate, and it just is a really timely reminder for myself, but something that we're really passionate about in our business is having really strong lines of communication and doing the right thing by the candidate. I think there's too many recruitment agencies out there who are training their staff in the wrong way, and not keeping a close enough eye on what the especially junior consultants are doing in terms of feeding back to rejected candidates. It's just such a basic thing, but if you don't get it right, it has such a detrimental impact on the wider business and the brand as a whole. And I think if you're a small company like JivAnt, we truly value the relationships that we have with all of our candidates, not just the ones who are successful, and all of our clients as well. And I've seen it so many times in my career where you treat the candidate like an actual human being. I mean, it sounds so basic, but you treat the person. This person has, got stuff going on in their own life that you don't know about. They've got pressures at home just like everybody else. They've got bills to pay. They've got they might be unhappy at work, etc, etc, etc. They're sat there wondering about how they performed on a video interview 5 days ago. The least you could do as a recruiter, if you're worth your salt, is to feed back to them and go through spend as much time as you can with that candidate to say, these are the things that you've done really well, these are the things that the client thinks weren't quite right, and then it's up to you, it's your job as a recruiter to leave them on a bit of a high. And the absolute worst thing you can do as a human being, as a person, in the job as a recruiter, is just to ignore the person, just not feedback. I just think it's an absolute scandal that sort of stuff goes on. But it's just a really timely reminder. The amount of times that in my career where the candidate who hasn't got the job, and we've built a relationship, I've gone out my way to feed back to them as much as possible. I've even done a little bit of coaching in terms of like interview coaching and everything like that to try and set them up for the next the next one that they take on, even though if it wasn't through myself or my company. And then you just never know what happens. Then the amount of times that I've got a call from the candidate, it's just that particular person who I've really gone out my way to take my time with them and help them along, and then 6 months later that person lands in a job and they hate the recruiter that just placed them because they've been hard and fast, bums on seat type mentality, and they might be in a hiring position and they've called me up because I've done the decent thing with them and treated them like a human being. So to all you recruiters out there, treat your candidates like human beings, not commodities, and you'll go a lot further in your career.